What's up, guys? Welcome back to the FNG Academy. Buck here, former Green Beret, here to help you guys get selected. Alright guys, in this video we are going to do a quick 20-mile ruck recap. So if you haven't seen this video, check this out. Ruck 20 miles, didn't prep, didn't really plan on it, didn't do any train up for the ruck. I just wanted to get out and get a ruck in. Honestly, I kind of wasn't sure we were even going to hit the 20-mile mark, but we did, and Abel survived, fortunately, so we're good to go. And we decided that we're just going to keep doing that stuff. We're going to keep pushing the boundaries and showing you guys what it's like to hit long distances, what you have to go through. And next time I'll do a better job at kind of explaining my mindset, my thought process, and things that are going through my head. Because as I watched the video of the ruck, I really feel like I looked fine, but I know I was in a really bad place mentally at some of the points in the ruck. So from now on, when we do those distance ruck marches, I'm going to try to get more, dialed in on explaining how my feet feel, what's going through my head, and how I'm able to overcome those mental obstacles. Because that's going to be the biggest benefit to you guys, is learning how to shut your brain off and just deal with the pain. Because it's a lot harder than just, man up, pull up by your bootstraps, toughen up, quit being a wuss. It's not that easy, because you can't just shut off the pain, and the pain continues to pump through your feet and pump through your body and your toes and your heels. If you guys didn't see my feet at the end of the ruck, check those things out. There's a blister, and then this whole back part of my foot is all blister. So it hasn't filled up yet, but all that will fill up by tonight, and that's just going to be one giant blister right here. And then probably you see the discoloration there. That might swell up later, but at least for sure that whole bottom of the heel is going to be a blister right there. And then that one ripped. And it's the same on my other foot, the right side. I could feel it. I could feel it fill with fluid as soon as it popped. All right. Yeah, see? That's just all blister. Oh. So clearly my feet were destroyed. But before we get too far into this video, I have a couple announcements. First, this video is sponsored by 18 Alpha Fitness. If you guys want to go special operations, you need to be in shape. So use the programming that I use, which is done by 18 Alpha Fitness. Kevin is a prior Green Beret and knows what he's doing. So use code word BUCK and go sign up. If you don't know, we are doing a seminar. So if you want to come meet myself and the team, get your book signed, get selection tips, we're going to be doing a seminar to just give you guys all the information you need about selection. You will leave there confident that you know everything about the process, and you'll have time to do a Q&A with 3 Green Berets, ask them all the questions you want. So go sign up right now at shop.thefngacademy.com, hit the mentor link and sign up. It's June 4th in the North Houston, Texas area. So we'll have many to come, but this is the first one, and this is the only one on the books right now. So don't wait, get yourself there. June 4th, 2022. It's going to be awesome. All right, guys, so let's do the recap of that ruck. Really when I started to feel it was in about mile 15. All right, guys, so we're 15 miles in. Here's our sign. We're headed to lot number 1. So we got 5.1 miles left to go. And I'm gonna be honest with you, at this point, it's just all mental. Don't get me wrong. I was feeling, my feet were aching, and it was kind of aches and pains, even at mile 10. We stepped out with a pretty good pace, but I really didn't run. I did a couple shuffle runs in the beginning, but other than that, I just stayed at a steady, brisk pace. So that's, if you look at the timestamps, which I'll throw that up on the screen as well, 6 hours and 40 minutes, we went 19.95 miles. That's about what we ended up with without any running. So if you really feel like you have some time restrictions, then you need to do some more running. Now, I'm going to do a video breaking down how to run, how to break pack your ruck. We already did that. That should be coming out this Friday, how to pack your ruck, how to prep your feet. I'm going to do water crossings. I'm going to do it all. We'll do land nav. I'm going to do everything. Some of that stuff will be only for the paid mentorship site, but we'll still give you guys a lot of it on the YouTube channel as well. So the main thing is I was kind of hitting a wall at about 10 miles. I was feeling it, but I really didn't hit a hard wall until 15-mile mark. So having not trained up, I was feeling it going up in my calves, and my feet were just on fire. It felt like somebody took a hammer and just beat the bottoms of my feet until they became, just so tender that it was just a lot of shooting pain. But around mile 18, I started to notice some weird things happening. So like some stiffening in my feet and my ankles that prevented me from doing a normal step with my feet. So there were times when I was having to kind of pull my feet and just kind of throw them at the ground in short, choppy steps to keep moving. So the idea is that you just keep moving forward, because I'm telling you guys, once you get up to those miles, 18, 19, 20 mile rucks, everything in your body is going to be screaming to your mind that you have to stop. Here's where it starts to get a little tough and a little overwhelming, is that you'll get to the point where your mind is screaming to stop because you're injuring yourself. And you might be. But you'll really get to the level of pain. And I was on that 20-mile ruck in my feet and my calves, and my Achilles tendon was flared up pretty good on my left side. So you really will get to the point where it's like, you need to stop. And then just ignoring that, knowing that if I don't need to stop, first of all, because I don't have any serious injuries. I'm in a lot of pain, yes, but I know the difference between like just severe pain from walking for 20 miles and a pop, a ping, like I got when I was fell in ranger selection, and I got a severe sprain on my ankle. I got Achilles tendonitis. My ankle turned black and swelled up and filled my boot. I knew instantly that I'd done some real damage. I could feel it every time I stepped. I still finished that 10-mile ruck with that ankle, but I knew I had done some serious damage. So on this 20-mile, I knew I didn't do any serious damage. I was just in a lot of pain. So we'll teach you guys as we go along more on how to overcome that. But some of the tips that I would recommend is first learning how to run with your ruck on. Again, I'm going to teach you that, but it's not as much of a run as you think. It's really a shuffle, move out, kind of stepping it out, pacing out as fast as you can. And the whole goal is to keep your ruck from bouncing up and down. Obviously your ruck will be doing all this number. You don't want that. That's how you're going to cause injury. You want to do a smooth shuffle step. So I'll do a video on that, breaking that down. So the biggest thing is learn how to run with your ruck on. Another thing is don't be afraid to adjust your boots on the fly. I did at first. My boots were fitting great. By about mile 10, my boots started to get some heel lift. And I think that's what really caused the bottom of my foot sole blisters. The backs of my heels, the one on the left, had a hole in it because I ran out of moleskin. I used our foot care kit, which you guys will see that video on Friday, on my right, and I didn't get any blisters on my right, but I ran a moleskin, so I got the back of the heel Achilles tendon blister on my left. The bottom of the heel blister, I attribute those blisters, I don't know if I'm leaving off the right spot, I had to restart it, but I attribute those blisters to my boots being a little too tight, and so I didn't tighten my laces all the way down enough to keep my foot completely secure in the boot. And then I started to get, so you got the back of your shoes like this, and then your heel will start to get some heel rub. And any kind of movement in there over those long distances is going to create too much friction, and then that's going to pull away at your skin, causing those big blisters. At mile 18, no joke, I actually felt my heel shift inside my skin. I felt the skin separate from my heel, and I could feel it fill full of fluid, and that caused a severe pain, shooting up through my heel, but just had to ignore it. Did my best to continue to walk normally, and then eventually it starts to numb. So I highly recommend getting the best boots possible. I wish I could tell you guys to just get these ones or those ones, but I'm going to figure that out myself. This is going to become a regular thing where I'm going to ruck these long ass miles and I'm going to sort it all out. to help you guys so you could have the best equipment. So one person recommended this stuff called, it's a Ruck goo, I think it's called. I ordered some and I got it. Apparently it's anti-blister Ruck goo. We also sell, which I forgot, is Happy Toes. Now, Happy Toes is something you could put on your feet to keep them supple and soft, and I haven't been doing that, so my regiment's been pretty messed up. But now that I'm going to start doing this more regularly, I'm going to bring that back in. So what you're going to do with the Happy Toes is at nighttime, cover your feet in it, a lot of it. Put your socks on and just leave it on for about an hour to 2 hours. That Happy Toes is going to make your dry skin super supple and nice and soft if you continue that regimen every day. And then always be filing off with a foot care kit filer, the dead skin on your foot. Don't allow dead skin to build up on your heels and your toes. I promise you that dead skin becomes a friction point and pushes into your good skin and then causes a lot of pain. So take care of your feet well before you get into a long distance ruck. So filing all the dead skin off, using Happy Toes to keep your feet nice and soft. And on the next ruck, I'm going to try out the Ruck goo to see if that stuff helps and see if it works for you guys. And if I don't get any blisters at all, well, dang, we just found the magic sauce, right? But from here on out, I'm going to be trying out new boots. I'm going to be trying out all the different stuff. And if they're amazing, we'll carry it on the site. So quick recap, 20-mile ruck in the bag, haven't trained up for it. What could I tell you guys about that 20-mile ruck to help you with your ruck? One, make sure you watch Friday's video of how to prep your bag and how to prep your feet. Two, make sure you're doing a lot of stretching before, something that I failed to do because I really didn't plan on going that far. So stretch your calves like crazy. Your calves and your Achilles tendon, your Achilles tendon, when that gets stretched, when your Achilles heel, your tendon gets stretched back there, it sucks. My left one is a little overused, it's a little stretched, so I have to wait for that to heal before I get back at training. But for the next one, I'll actually do a train up. And I'll start documenting my train up for these long rucks, and we'll see what's more effective and all that stuff. But make sure you're stretching after your ruck is insanely important. I did a hot soak followed by ice bath soaks to try and get the swelling down, but then get the blood pumping for a quicker recovery time. But the biggest thing is getting the hand rollers that you run across your legs and running it across your calves, stretching out your calves, running it over that tendon nice and gently. And just working all that out. So lots of stretching, lots of foam rolling after. The hot soaks in your bath, as hot as you can take it, and then dip that as much as you can in ice, whether it's just your feet, your ankles, your legs. You do a full ice bath. That stuff is phenomenal. That's what I did. So those are my biggest tips for now on how to prepare for your next ruck. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please go sign up for the June 4th. Can't wait to meet you guys. We're going to have a blast. We'll get some sponsors so we can get you guys some swag bags and some free stuff as much as we can. But go sign up. We're going to give you a seminar. We're going to talk about all the things that could help you get selected. We're going to do a Q&A. We're going to do book signing. And then after, depending on how many people are there, we're going to reserve a spot at a restaurant across the street, and we'll go out to eat. So hope you guys enjoy. We'll see you there. We'll see you in Houston, June 4th.